I
All
got
right,
a
there it
3,
is.
2, 1, and pills.
Pills. Starting off, not a lot of doubles for John F. Lindo except for these blues. Packy's starting out incredibly quick as always. Ever the down presser, just going as fast as he can, taking him some drop time, but he's going to make that up with his fast dropping here as we go. Flindo with a nice short stack there. He's down to 38. Pack at 37. It's pretty even early.
Yeah, the biggest issue that Pac's gonna have to worry about, and no Dr. Mario player likes to see this, is he's reaching to pretty much a wall of all blues.
Yeah, but
So
this
hopefully,
drop into a sweet tea is going to take care of a bunch of them.
yeah, it looks like it. He's very lucking out with the blues. Don't use them all up in once, Pac. You still got 3 more levels ahead of you. Meanwhile, over on John Dat Flindo's side, he's not got much of a need for blue, so I'm sure he'll be happy if Pac takes a whole bunch of him. But he does really need to start addressing the right-hand side of that board.
Yeah, but he's got quite a few doubles. They're not on the top layer though, so he's going to have to uh, make some make some room there. Nice setting up these blue reds for this long drop combo that's coming up at some point soon. But for now, he just needs some reds, and he's getting just a bunch of yellows.
And here we go. Watch this drop. Nice
There,
job.
yep. Uh, Very nice, pretty free of garbage. His left side's completely open, so he can put some garbage there. Meanwhile, Packy down to just 6 viruses at the minute 40 mark. John F. Lindo at 8 viruses. We're almost all the way through level 10, and it's neck and neck.
Yep, and looks like Pac's gonna take out. He's looking for red blue. Looks like most likely here, and there's the red blue he needs in order to do a fat log out at a 156.
But this yellow red is going to put John F. Lindo out at a 203. That's a 7 second difference going into level 11. We've got 3 levels to go. Packy looking at not a lot of yellow available, but quite a few double reds. Hopefully, we can make something work with that. Uh, John Deflindo has a lot of double blues and double reds, but also not a lot of yellows. Hoping to dodge some mustard here at the beginning of level 11.
Yeah, and well, Flindo's got none at all at the top. You can see in the middle of Pac's board, he's got none there either. It's gonna be whoever gets the most yellow in this level is really going to get slowed down. And yet again, Pac is dealing with a wall of blue. And this time, however, I did try to warn him. He's gone through most of the yellow last level, it looks like. And most
Yeah,
of the blue, excuse me.
and his is kind of in this stair step formation, which is really tough to deal with. There's a couple places to make doubles, but T's are going to be hard to build. Uh, we will see how he takes care of that. Flinto's going to do this drop into a horizontal to get rid of some garbage as soon as he gets a blue himself. He's also dealing with a bunch of yellows when all both players need at this point is some blues.
Yeah, it's making things certainly challenging, but this is where you really start to see the true skill of a veteran Dr. Mario player is how exactly do you make certain that you don't block yourself off dealing with all these pieces that you don't need.
Yeah, Flinto's got some ideas with this red setting up a little combo there on the left. Meanwhile, Packy's cleaned up his board nicely. Got some gaps, but almost every virus is accessible. I think he wanted to tuck that red in to make that horizontal there. Didn't quite get it on the high speed, so we'll see how he recovers. But he's down to his last 4 viruses, while John Deflindo has 15 left. So Flinto's going to have to do a little bit of work to catch up here.
Double blue, absolutely perfect for Pack. It's me able to get rid of that. The blue, he just needs 2 more reds, and he should be out of 11 first at a 412. But Flindo's 9 viruses left, and most things set up in pairs is not going to need that much time to move on here.
No, he'd love to take these blues out horizontally, which is why he's kind of sending them off to the side. He'd love to do this fat log here. He's gonna decline and drop the reds down, which is still okay because that'll leave a horizontal there on the very bottom row. Meanwhile, at the top of packs level 12, much more diverse than the previous boards with plenty of doubles of every color. This is looking really good. Nice L. John Deflindo out at about a 445. So we've got a bit of ground to make up on this level 12, and he's got a lot of doubles too.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty decent board. However, there's no real access to red for Flindo, and he does seem to be getting a lot of red today, so that could end up being a bit of an issue. But
He's
right
done a
now,
good job of opening it.
he really
Nice fat
has.
log.
Absolutely. And right now, the biggest issue that Pac's gonna have, if you want to consider an issue, is this level. Well, now he's starting to get to the point where there's a lot of blue again, but he had, for the most part, only had a couple of them left with everything he did have buried, but he's opened them up. Right now, Flindo, though, is dealing with a hot dog stand. Or hot dog stairs, I guess, be more appropriate.
Yeah, he's not got a lot of blue access, but he has a ton of doubles available. Meanwhile, Packy's going to have to clear almost all these individually, maybe getting a short stack here and there, but it's going to take him a few more pieces than he might like to finish a level. Well, Flinto's got a lot of doubles, but they're all yellow. Uh, Packy down to 3 viruses, a nice cross cleared, leaving him to just 1 virus remaining. Clears it horizontally 607 for Packy as he goes into his final level 13. Meanwhile, Flindo has 11 viruses left. He's opened up a little bit of access to blue. He's got access to all his viruses now, but he is just a little bit behind, and he's going to have to play a good amount of catch up as he's about 30 to 40 seconds behind.
And right now, he needs a lot of red, so catch up is pretty much what he is hoping for right about now. He just needs one more red at this point and a yellow. There's the yellow, and the red will drop right about here, and it'll be out at a 643, which is about 14 viruses back. Not insurmountable, but he is playing against Packy, which means that he is going to probably have to play one of the best level 13s he's played in order
And
to make
Packy's going
this.
to get
Yeah.
Yeah, Pecky's not going to go easy on him because he's setting up for some fancy drop stuff. He could have gone for something even fancier, plays it a little more straightforward, which is probably the better play. He's got a drop fat log here with this yellow red right in the middle of the board. Pecky down to 26 viruses. Meanwhile, John Flindo has some doubles at the bottom of his board, a lot of them. If he can make it to the bottom of his board in time, he has a chance to close this gap. But Packy just of 16 viruses away, about half of them blue. We'll see what the doctor has in store for him.
Yeah, he has been, for the most part, getting a lot of blue pieces, so it's not been that big of a concern. I'm assuming he's going to try and get that blue out of column 7.
Absolutely. That'll open up the red horizontal, and then that'll open up the blue horizontal all on the bottom. So this last red piece opens up column 4 for this blue piece. Packy down to just 2 viruses left. Flindo has 17, tons of doubles available. He's going to speed through the last little bit, but Packy just 1 red pill away. There it is, 8-10 for Packy as he takes round 1 in this best of 5 semifinal.
Great runs by both people here. Flindo is probably going to hope for another double red there to take that out. That out as a fat log, and then actually, if he gets right pieces, he
Yeah,
can try doing.
he's gonna build up for the whole. He's gonna go for the whole enchilada here. There's the double red, and he's gonna all 6 viruses go out in one combo. Great finish for John Flindo, but about a 30-second victory for Packy as he takes crown number 1.
Yeah, and you can see the big smile on his face. He's rather happy with that time, but he's got to make certain to keep on the pressure because you ease off even a little bit on Flindo, and he can turn this match around in a hurry.
Absolutely, John Flindo is not one to back down from a challenge. He's absolutely won some giant matches, and he's itching for his first monthly win. Looks like both players are back on the level select. We have readies from both players, waiting for our countdown, and then we'll get started with game 2.
As a reminder, the winner of this one goes on to face the winner of the previous match. Watch tease after. This will be about a 3 or 4 minute pause just so people have a chance to, you know, cool down between matches. We got our 3-2-1 pills, and John is off to a quick start, taking a whole bunch of viruses off early on.
Yeah, he had a nice, almost versus style drop into a double horizontal. Meanwhile, Packy's got a bit of a messy top of the board now with this red yellow. Not, I think it's almost backwards. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but he's going to be looking to clear that out. The clears a vertical, which kind of blocks off a T possibility he had. Packy down to 31. Meanwhile, John DeFlindo already out to an almost 10 virus lead as he is just storming through the early part of this level 10.
Yeah, a little bit of misflip, I'm assuming, on Packy's side did manage to slow things down, but right now, Floyd, wow, what match am I watching? John Flindo is trying to get access to yellow, and he does just in time for that double yellow because he only has 3 of them left on the board. And the rest of it looks like it's going to be a mostly blue board for him to finish this one off.
Yeah, but Packy has only just three red viruses left, and they are all at the bottom. So he's going to need blue and yellow as well. Flindo really kind of floating. Not he's got a lot of drop time that he's looking at, but everything's built up in threes already. So he's going to be able to get out of this pretty quickly. Ooh, a nice drop into a horizontal. Using that drop time to at least get a clear out of it. Builds up a nice little bridge to stop more drop time. He really made that board a lot less drop time in a hurry with just a couple smart pills. John DeFlindo out at a 152, Packy down to just his last 5, and that yellow in column 4 unfortunately going to stop him from doing a horizontal, and I don't think he wanted to do that vertically in column 1 either.
Yeah, that's been there for a while, and unfortunately, he's just had that traffic light in column 1 for quite some time. That's just really going to slow him down here, as Flindo is making very quick work of the top of his board, almost down to the middle of his board already with the speed that he has managed to do here, making a huge gap that going to make Pack have to work very hard to catch up on.
Yeah, Packy decides not to go with the blue red, instead goes with the yellow red. He's out at a 237, not the 10 he was looking for, but let's look at his level 11. A lot of doubles on the top of his board. If the pills cooperate, gets the double blue there. He's off to a quick start already. Gonna set up for this drop there and set up these yellows in column 4 to maybe do a drop horizontal or maybe even a drop T. We'll see what he elects to go for and what the pills allow for.
In the meantime, right now, it looks like Flindo is going to take out those yellows horizontally and drop them into the blue.
Yep.
Beautiful there. And now he's probably going to try to de-sandwich that. No, he might just try and take them all horizontally instead and deal with them that way. Got 2 more viruses to go here. He could be out.
Yep, this red blue perfect drop into a horizontal. Very nice vision to see that ending.
Great time for Flindo so far. Well, Pack's still at about the midway point of this level and not exactly getting the most ideal pieces for what he has in the board either.
Yeah, but he did just find a nice drop T. He's making great strides to try to knock this board down. He's got blues available in horizontals and doubles. This double blue is going to knock out 2 of them on the right side. He's got just a couple more. They're open. Can't really get any more doubles unless the short stacks cooperate. But we'll see what. Oh, he might be able to sneak out a cheeky T out of this. He likes to go for a quicker clear there. Nice little combo out at a 419, but he's about 20 plus viruses behind with just a couple levels to go.
Yeah, but we have seen larger leads be wiped out in this game. Anything is possible, which is why we play all the way to the end. And Pac's doing a really good job with some nice horizontals and verticals. He's looking for a red yellow right there to drop everything down. There's 4 viruses removed right there. And well, it's still a 19 virus lead, excuse me, for John Flindo. He's got everything on the left side of
Look
his
at this
board there,
combo.
and got just a couple locations for combos. It's going to slow Flindo down just a little bit, especially with that misflip right there, which should give Pack a little
No,
bit of an opportunity to catch up.
That's not a misflip. That yellow is going to fall down on with his double blue. He's going to tuck it in there, and that's going to perfectly land onto column one. Flindo is ready for verses because these are excellent excellent vision garbage clears that you'll need to do well there. But it has given the setups though have given Packy a little bit of time to catch up. He is just about 10 or so viruses behind going into the final level. Flindo out at a 535. Packy going to get this nice big T there, and then he's got just yellow and blue though at the very end of this board. So we'll see what the doctor gives for him as he's trying to get out of this 12 into 13.
The fact I didn't see that drop combo that Flindo was going for earlier is one of the main reasons why he's playing over there and I'm sitting over here.
Well, I'm sitting here too, so
Pack out at a 606. It's about where he was last level as well, but Flindo is having a far better 10 to 13 he did last time. It's still about a 16 virus deficit, but a lot of reds in the top of Pack's board. If he can get some nice red pills, he could catch up in this in a hurry.
yeah. Flindo taking out some of the last yellow available on the top of his board. He's got quite a bit underneath, but he's going to have to open it up. But Packy absolutely nailing a couple T's. He's got a couple more T setups possibly with these blues. Going just for more straightforward clears, which is probably better. I tend to be addicted to the flashy plays to my own detriment sometimes. So Packy absolutely doing what he can to make a dent in this gap. But Flindo down to a pretty open board. This double going to knock out some horizontals. He's got no garbage on any of his columns, so he's looking in good shape to finish out this level. Oh, he's going
Yeah,
fancy again.
it's only a 12 virus lead right now, but as you said, Flindo's got a few very fancy moves set up here. Look at this, dropping a bunch down. All of a sudden, it's a 14 virus lead now, and it's just going to need some blues and a single red, and looks like Flindo may be evening this one up.
Yeah, Flindo's down to just needing 4 blue pill halves. They're wide open. There's 1, 2, and the double to clear it out. Sub 8 minutes, 740 for Flindo. A little fist pump. He's happy about that. Packy has a absolutely crystal clear board, but Flindo he just won the game. No fault of Packy there. He's gonna clear this blue horizontal. He's got a fat log out, maybe. We'll see what. Yep, there it is. Out at 8:02. Not a shabby time either, but Flindo took that crown by about 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's definitely within the top 50 for times in this block that John Flindo just pulled off there, if not even higher up. That was an absolutely amazingly quick
Yeah,
match by that.
I should know better than to not have these hot times up for these players. Yeah, 740. We're looking at 740s around this the mid 60s 70. There's a whole cluster of the 730 to 740 something. So definitely a top tier time. All of the names that have these sorts of times are the top names of the game. So
I do see Flindo has his PB at 739, so he almost set on this listing. He almost set his own PB on that one. So, PB and almost PB strats. What can you do against them?
yeah, well, it looks like we've got our 3-2-1 pills for round number 3. Packy has no yellows available at all on almost the whole board. Flindo's got some more diversity, but not a lot of double opportunities until you get about halfway down. So we'll see how he manages to open this board up and maybe make some access to some colors that he doesn't currently have.
The biggest thing that Flindo has to worry about in this one is it's been mentioned by myself and many others numerous times. Pack's performance after a loss. He really pumps it up to another gear on that one. So Flindo's going to have to weather an early storm in this one and try and maintain and possibly have to get another near PB in order to win this one.
Yeah, nobody likes to lose, but Nobody likes losing less than Packy, so we'll see. We'll see what he can come up with. Currently, it's looking very good for Packy right now. This yellow in column 5 is going to open the way for a nice horizontal covering both those viruses on the bottom. Maybe he can de-sandwich that red. We'll see what he can come up with. It's in a good spot if he can get a double or something, or a double red to do it. There it is, to de-sandwich without having to clear garbage afterwards. But Flindo's not. He's out first at a 138. Packy is just one pill behind at a 141. We're dead even going into 11.
Yeah, those were great boards by both people, but right now both of them have a same issue in that there is no real access to blue. Pack was able to open up some early on, but Flindo's not having quite the same amount of luck. It looks like he's trying to, I don't know, he's trying to set something up or he's just waiting for the right pill.
Yeah, he wants to do these reds horizontally for sure, and then gets a nice drop into a double. Causes some drop time, but gets a lot of viruses off the board. Meanwhile, Pecky's got double city, but they are blue. All of them are blue. He's got these yellows underneath, but he's got to get these blues now, or it's going to be a problem here in a minute.
And thankfully he's getting the blues that he needs and just the right color combinations he needs to make certain that he can take other
Yeah,
viruses off at
Flindo
the
getting
same time.
Lindo has fancy plays on the mind today because these big cascading drop combos are very pretty, but they take a lot of, from experience, those take a lot of time to set up, giving Pecky a chance to take a small 5 virus lead as we're getting into the mid to end game here on these level 11s.
As you yourself have said, Flindo's got a big versus play in mind. Almost makes me wonder if he's like, Packy's doing too good. I'll send 4 pieces over on him right now. Yeah, wrong game mode,
Yeah,
John. Just so you know.
Flindo wishes some viruses would, some garbage would fall after those combos. Uh, he's gonna I wonder if he had something else in mind because that right half the board is all of a sudden kind of messy, while Packy's is absolutely not. He is just one blue pill half away from being out of this level 11 at a 332, very fast for 10 and 11.
Yeah, and it's given him the opportunity to really speed things up, as Flindo does seem to be struggling a little bit at the bottom of the board here. I'm wondering if he's planning on trying to take that red out
Uh,
horizontally and have everything else
He
drop down.
almost has to. He does do a little drop combo to clear out the red horizontally. Kind of set up this yellow horizontally as well. The red's going to go horizontally. He's going to go all horizontals at the end of this level 11. One red pill half away. He's out at a 408, about 30 seconds. And what's that? 15, 17 viruses behind going into his 12. But a lot of double opportunities, but none of them blue at the top half of this board. He's going to have to hope for the hot dog blitz uh, to get through this early part of 12.
Yeah, it would have only been 10 viruses, but right as John F. Flynn was finishing off his 11, Packy ended up doing a vertical into a T into a vertical and took 7 viruses off right there in a very impressive play. And another T by Packy. He's opened up a nearly 20 virus lead here and has pretty much every color combination available to him right now. He would like a little bit more access to red, but you take what you can get when you're in the lead like this.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a ton of doubles available at this point, but it doesn't. He does get a nice fat log out of it though, and he's gonna find one of his only doubles there on the left side. He's gonna. That blue red's gonna clear, so he's gonna have to do. Yeah, he can't clear all those red viruses on the bottom at once, but he did see that and didn't ruin his plan as a result. So good foresight from Packy as he's down to his final 6. But John DeFlindo's storming back. He's down just cut the virus lead to just 6 right now, as he's at the bottom of his 11 or his 12 rather.
The biggest thing that's slowing down Pack for a bit is his remaining viruses are almost all on column 1. But now he's managed to open everything up. He just needs 3 yellows and 2 reds. And double yellow followed by double red. Perfect 547 going into his level 6 with John and Flynn only having 6 viruses left.
Yeah, it's gonna be a race to the finish here for this level 13. Flindo setting up for this drop. If he can get a red yellow, that will drop everything. And he takes it in pieces instead. One more red pill, and John will be out of this level 12 with this tuck. 613. Let's look at the top of his board. Lots of doubles. See if the doctor cooperates with them though. This yellow red's perfect. Gonna get a nice drop horizontal, but it leaves some garbage to be cleared off. Meanwhile, Packy has no garbage. It just makes some yellow garbage there on the left. Packy down to 37, 36, about a 15 virus lead for Packy as we go into the mid game of the final level 13 of round 3.
Yeah, it's a very interesting group of setups that Flindo's having to do. He hasn't had much access to yellow, so he's had to do a lot of maneuvering around, and I think Flindo probably wanted to have that red-yellow on columns 4 and 5 the other way around, but he'll be able to clear it up easily enough. But that does give Pack just a little bit more time to solidify his lead here. Has a little bit of garbage in column 7, but as soon as he clears out those blues, he'll get rid of it there, dropping the red down on column 5. And right now it's looking pretty good for Pack here, Ramsey.
Yeah, Packy's down to his final 19. Lots of doubles at the bottom of this board, and John DeFlindo has a lot of yellows to get to the bottom of his. So it's not over yet. It's still possible that the doctor could be a big meanie and not give Packy what he needs. But it looks like Packy's getting some nice one row of drop time. Gonna go for this horizontal red on the bottom. He's making good setups to be completely open, and it looks like he's just a few pills away from taking this third game.
He just needs 1 yellow and 2 red. There's the yellow, there's 1 red, and the other one will come in right there, and we'll finish off in an 8:05, taking match 3 and advancing in this, not advancing, but taking a 2-1 lead in this best of 5.
Yeah, that third game is all important. Really puts John DeFlindo on the back foot. He's got to win 2 in a row if he wants to advance to the finals. Good, we've had good times. Packy with 2 back-to-back games right at the 8-minute mark. Lindo was a little bit slower on that one. We're gonna see. We got readies from both players. We're gonna see if John DeFlindo can recover and force a decider as we head into Game 4. We have readies from both players, and we've got the countdown coming in. 3, 2, 1, pills, as we're going to get into our Game 4. A lot of yellow for Packy on the top, a lot of double red and blue available for John Flindo. Let's see what they come up with.
Yes, and with him being down 2 matches to 1 in this best of 5, it is time to see if Flindo can sink or swim in order to keep his tournament hopes alive here.
Oh, Packy with his nice setup for a nice setup here for this big old tee. The garbage, no garbage because it's the right color for the horizontal. No drop time on any of his clears. Well, a little bit there, but Packy out to a really quick start. John Flindo, his board looks a bit more messy, but he's tied on virus or almost tied on virus count. A nice drop combo there, and another one here. John Flindo down to just 24. Packy at 20. It's a close one here at the start of level 10.
Yeah, the only thing that might hinder Flindo a little bit here is there's not much in the way of blue left for him. Where they are, it's not exactly in great positions. You'll need him to be red-blue. Any yellow-blue would just be creating garbage for him, as Pack is down to the bottom of his board and really can use just about anything, though he would not mind if he got a little bit less blue, as he gets a double blue there to finish off his last one. Now he's getting a lot of blue when he needs red and yellow. There we go. Could need just 2 more yellows and he'll be able to move on here. Double yellow is absolutely perfect. He'll be out first at a 138.
Flindo down to needing just 2 pills, 1 blue and then 1 red to tuck in between, and he's at a 147, less than 10 seconds difference through level 10. Looking at the start of the level 11, Packy has no yellows available right now. John F. Lindo has more color diversity, but this red is in this kind of weird stair step situation. So unless he gets some doubles, we could be in a bit of trouble there. But he's making some nice. Almost misshifts that. Almost misdropped that combo. Managed to pull it out just at the last second, and he's recovered a bit. He's clearing out his column one. A nice little red blitz, actually at a very helpful time for John F. Lindo.
Yeah, Pack went from having access to no yellow to having access to no blue, and then back to having access to no yellow for a short period of time. It's been not the most ideal board for him. It's given Flindo the opportunity to make this pretty much an even match right now. And I would say, looking at the bottom board, well, there is a lot of opportunities on Pack's side. A lot of them are blue, while they're very more varied on Flindo's side. I could see this one might be pretty much a tie at the end of this particular level.
Yeah, Packy definitely looking to do some horizontals here on the bottom with these reds. But he does need these red blues to clear up his columns 1 and 2. Takes the drop there, but that's okay because he's taken out. Takes a nice fat log there. I planned it. He did that a lot differently than I would, and a lot better than I would have too. He's got completely open as he's down to no garbage and 1 virus remaining. John F. Lindo going to take this blue and this other blue back to back. He's down to just 4 viruses remaining. Packy out at a 328, and John F. Lindo down to his final 3 viruses. It looks like he's going to be about 15 or so seconds behind. He's going to stack on top so that he can do some tuck plays. So it's 328, 343, about 15 seconds difference heading into level 12.
With the way that ending was going for level 11 for Pack, I was wondering if we were going to have a bottle clear for the end of the level, but just a couple pieces left at the end there. Packy might have been able to try for it, but I don't think he would try taking that risk in a tournament situation like this.
I don't even think I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't notice until it happened. John F. Linder has a ton of blues needed and almost no yellows. He's getting a little bit of blue help, but he's going to need a little more as he's got a bunch just floating now. Gonna kind of hanging like the. We'll see what John F. Linder can do with these blues. A nice little blue into yellow combo there. Meanwhile, Packy is down to just 17, opening up a 15 virus lead, as his board is a lot more straightforward and a lot less floaty after he gets rid of these yellows here in the middle of his board.
Yeah, right now it looks like it's going to be just all yellow at this particular point is what's going to be left if this keeps up for Pack. He has just been getting very little of it right now, and sure he does not want to take that one out yet. He wants to try taking the yellows out horizontally, preferably with a double yellow, but this particular point he'll take whatever yellow he can get.
Yeah, he might stack on top and kind of build one here in a little bit. Nope, he just takes the horizontal and then a little drop combo there. These blue reds going to make a little combo as well. Packing down to just 2 viruses. John F. Lindo making a bit of a comeback. He's down just 10 viruses now. This yellow blue for a fat log on the bottom, offset by 1, but that's close enough for me. Packy out at a 530, clearing into his final level with John F. Lindo about 8 viruses behind, as he's going to be looking up to finish his level 12.
5:30 is a great time for 10 to 12 here. He's got a great board to start with here, too. We might see yet another sub 8 in this best of 5 here if Pack can keep up this momentum.
Yeah, John needing just blues. He needs 2 more pills to get out of this level block. Getting a little bit of red yellow, but it didn't last for too long. He's out at about 6:05. He's got about 30 seconds and 20 viruses to catch up. He's going to need some help big time. I'm not sure what his plan is with that red that he put in column 8. It looks like he's got some sort of horizontal setup in mind. We'll see what he comes up with, though. I'm interested to see what he has.
Yeah, it may just be that it was a mistake at first. He's just going to try and clean it up afterwards because it's just very unsure what's going on there. What I am sure there was a beautiful sweet tea that he just pulled off, but this is giving Pack the opportunity to have a 22 virus lead here and setting up more to take out this board. He's pretty much near the bottom of his board, which is mostly blue, which is something that well, was mostly boobed. He just took two of them out and prepared to take another one out right here. Looking pretty much like it's a given on who's going to win this one, but stranger things have happened. We'll have to play this one out all the way to the end. Look at that beautiful move by Flindo to finally break through that blue at the bottom there, Ramsey.
Yeah, he's got he's setting up a nice combo, a big time combo here. I wonder if he's trying to break it. It's not going to break it because it's all garbage. It's only, yeah, clears all that garbage at once. Very pretty, very well done. Got a nice big T here as well. He's got some really, really nice plays. But Packy's got some quicker plays, and he's down to just his final two viruses here as we are closing in on the end of this match. There's one, there's two. Packy out of 744, another sub 8. Packy takes game number 4 and the match, 3 crowns to 1. GG's to Packy and to John Dat Flindo. Showing off some huge combo stuff. Really well done. Really happy to see both players here in the semifinals. And we will definitely be seeing more of John Dat Flindo in the months to come.
Yes, he is someone who has always been right on the brink. It seems if he's not in the final round. So I'm sure that next month we see him in the finals, in the semifinals, if not the finals. We are going to take though a few minutes break here. I think actually was Flindo going to finish this one off here? It looks like he will.
Oh,
Or nope, he I think he is going to end it here.
no, he's going to finish this off. He's just one pill away.
There
There
at
he
an
is.
840.